My friend is Mihosturk. Yesterday talking with famous Pipiopolis, and tonight's musings are about it's about the things we try to make certain, and the things we tolerate as uncertain. One thing that we try to make certain is for a lot of us, a significant other that would be a certain thing that you know that you can rely upon them for sexual fidelity. And obviously, if I were in a relationship, I would require. That's the difference, right? That's the difference between a relationship and not a relationship, is the requirement of sexual fidelity. So, I think it's worth noting as well that most I suspect it to be the case that most women are active a lot were, at least, let's say, active a lot more than their current male. They would like the current male to know, probably. You know, there's a certain amount of youthful period of time when one is not a committed relationship. I would stress as well that for males who are in relationships, it makes sense to understand that the world is somebody said it wasn't me. I think it was Susanna said it the other day in a video. She said, "Women can get penis anywhere." So I think this is a fair thing to say, right? So it's a good way to put it. That that relationships mean and ought to mean something as a general rule to people, to third parties, insofar as there's good reason to, as a default, not interfere with other people's relationships. However, behind that, implicit in that, is a belief that you can have that kind of certainty with other people in general. It's certainly my goal is to have a long-term monogamous relationship. When that occurs, my hope is that it won't be necessary at all for us to hash out the details that much, because it will be self-evident that the other person is too happy to fuck it up, basically, and that you value each other too much. I think a lot of people, though, are not in that relationship. Some people are, and they're probably the ones who don't talk a lot about their relationship. You know, I don't know, because there's not much to say that's very juicy. They have their own quiet, meaningful connection with their significant other. When I'm in a relationship, I don't really have anything but positive things to say about the other person in a public sphere. I mean, that might change in this context now, I guess. a little bit insofar it would be analysis type stuff, like, well, you know how she is. It wouldn't be actual slamming anybody. So the point is, we live in a world where we cut ourselves off from lots of possibilities. And some people fight that reality, and some people embrace that reality. If you might have ESTPs who are very slow to settle down into a relationship because they want to continue going out and slaying the puss 24/7, 365. I've always rejected the notion that one ought to take those things so lightly. But the reality is, not taking it seriously is not the same thing as taking it lightly. You can care about somebody, you can engage in physical fun together, two-person physical fun, aka sexual intercourse, and care about the person and not want to be with them, and find that a good deal. Is it true that it's often the case that somebody gets a little bit more attached than that? I mean, from what I read or whatever, not from my own personal experience, I don't know. But yeah, I guess. I mean, well, I do know from my own personal experience, for me, that I have in the past, but it's not necessary. I don't think homegirl is going to get too attached to me, and I don't think I'm going to get too attached to homegirl. I'm attached to the idea of her telling me whether she's going to come over or not, though. For a shizzo, I'm attached to that. See, when that happens, then you don't really care that much anymore afterwards. You're like, well, it's fine. Pretty cool here, actually. But I know how it is. I love being in a partnership, a life partnership, where I can take it home every night, take it to the bank every night. And here's my day, and here's your day, and let's process it on behalf of the other. Is juicy. That's juicy shit right there. It's good stuff. But I have my requirements. I want a woman who's not spending a lot of time at work. I want a woman who's got a lot of time for me. And that's kind of narrows the population now considerably. In the meantime, I definitely want to use my penis going like that in and out to make myself ejaculate in ways that don't include my hands. So that requires a lady. Oh yeah, lady, like that. So I'm in good shape though, as far as that goes, because I'm well positioned. I can both find chicks who I know already think I'm cool or whatever, and then I can fly them out here. So it's just a matter of broaching the subject without pissing the chick off if she's not down. It's like, if she's not down, it's fine. I'm not gonna be all butthurt about it or whatever, but it may not be necessarily the case that okay, well, I mean, let's talk a little bit about this. So just because I want to have sex with somebody does not mean that then they've been reduced to less than fully human in some fashion thereafter. Like, it doesn't reduce them to a conquest or something. It's quite the contrary. It's like, brings me closer to him. I think of him as a friend, like a good friend, like somebody who's really nice to me. And it's not wicked like people think. I don't know if people think that or not, but some people could. It really depends on your intention, the other person, depends on the situation, depends on all kinds of shit. I mean, I'm not talking about like from lots of experience of doing anything. Whatever you think I'm not trying to position myself as out there getting laid all the time. I'm just saying that whatever happens between two people, it's a particularistic equation usually. It depends on so much on the circumstances. It's hard to have any sort of general rule. That's why we don't make things like adultery illegal. You know. All right, I gotta see what's going on here on the Facebook messages. I'll be back. I wish I could pause